So this is locate command. I have discussed this earlier. Now we will start from this storage management concept. Suppose just Windows. In Windows Windows we use FAT. What type of file system we will use in Windows? FAT. It can be a FAT32. It can be a FAT 64. Not 16. Not 64. It's a 16 only. And the last one is NTFS. So these are the file system that are used in Windows. It can be FAT32. It can be FAT16. It can be NTFS. NTFS means new technology file system. It means file allocation table. It uses 16-bit and it uses 32-bit. File allocation table. In Windows, these file systems are used. While in Linux, what type of file system will you use? ext3, ext4. So these are the file systems that are used in Linux. And the latest file system is XFS. So it's a extended file system. So in this chapter, I will discuss about XFS, ext2, 3 and 4. So these are the file systems that are used on Linux and Windows both. So in this, we use a hard disk. Suppose we have a partition. We want to create a partition. So what we will require? We require a hard disk. Without hard disk, we can't create a partition and we cannot define the file system. We can't define the file system without the hard disk. File system. SYSTEM. So have you knowledge about the hard disk? What is hard disk in a system? What is the use of hard disk? And how many types of hard disk? Have you any idea about hard disk and its type? Okay. Suppose you have ID hard disk. It can be your SATA. It can be your SCSI. And it can be SAS. SAS is generally used for servers. It can be your NAS. So these are the types of hard disk. Hard disk can be ID, it can be a SATA, it can be a SCSI, it can be a SAS, and it can be a NAS. In latest, we use SSD, solid state drive. It can be a SSD, solid state drive. We can create partition in these hard disk. So hard disk can be your ID, SATA, SCSI, SAS, NAS, and SSD. Okay. So these are the types. Hard disk can be a SATA. It can be a virtual hard disk. The last one is virtual. We can use virtual hard disk. VHD. We also call the VHD, virtual hard disk. In system, we can use virtual hard disk. We can use physical hard disk. So these are the type of physical hard disk. This is a virtual hard disk. So in Linux, when we want to create file folder, so every particular operating system has a file system. It's called file system hierarchy. It is, I will show you in this. So you can see, hello. So
Yes,
df is a
Russo.
command that you use to check your file system. So these are my file system. It's called file system. So this is the inverted tree. This slash. This is called root partition. Here all the Linux OS is installed. All the Linux is installed. We can check by using this particular command. How many space in this particular partition? It's a 50 GB of partition that is created stored in slash dev SDA3. This is my third partition in this particular hard disk. This is the name of the hard disk, and this is my partition. Just like C drive, D drive, E drive. Here, just it is just like slash dev SDA and 3. So this is a file system. What type of file system it has? We can use T for type. So we can check. This is the file system. It's a type of the file system. What type of file system it will? It have extended file system. So every particular file folders are stored in this particular file system. So files on Linux server are associated through the file system hierarchy, a single inverted tree of the directory. So this is a single inverted tree. This, it is stored in this particular tree. It's called a tree structure. So file system hierarchy is assembled from a file system provided by the storage devices available to your system. So every system has a hierarchy. It can be a one partition, two partition, three partition. So it can be a lot of partitions. So every partition should be mounted in a folder. So to make the content of a file system available, a file system hierarchy is required. And we should also mount the file system in which? In empty directory. So this directory is called the mount point. So now we can check. This is the mount point. Where is the mount point? This is the mount point slash. This is the mount point slash boot. This is the mount point slash run. So, so this is the partition, and this partition is mounted in which location? This location. And this is a partition. It is located in this particular partition. So every particular partition should be mounted on any particular folder. So these are the folders. We can check. We go to this location and we can check. So these are the folders. This is also folder. This is, what is this? This is a folder that is located in this particular location. So it has a file system. What type of file system it has? It has XFS file system. It is formatted through XFS. So many file systems are automatically mounted just like that. These are automatically mounted. Slash dev, shm, run. These are the system partitions. This is a root partition. This is a boot partition. So every particular partition has a mount point, and every particular partition has a file system, and it's a type and the size. What type of how many size it is used? We can check. How many size is available? We can check here. This is the uses in a percentage. We can check. So this is the command to check the partition information. Which partition is mounted in which location? We can check. So in asset 2 book, we learn about how to create this partition, how to mount this partition. So we can create also this. So just like Windows, we can use drive letters. What we use? Drive letters. In Linux, we use mount point. We use mount point. In this, we use drive letters. So this is the fundamental that is used in Microsoft machine. In Microsoft, what we will use? We use NTFS file systems. So we can check this. Suppose we have a partition, this. So we have a this. This is a C drive. It uses the drive concept. It has the D drive. It has E drive. It has F drive. So it uses the drive concept. This is my pen drive. This is my hard disk external. This is my virtual CD-ROM. So every particular partition required a drive letter. Suppose we don't have any drive letter, we can't use. In this, we require this. What type of file system it has? We can check. It has a NTFS, New Technology File Systems. So in this, we use NTFS file system. This partition is formatted through NTFS. In Linux, we use ext4, XFS. So these are the file system. File system define how the data is arranged in a manner. How the data is arranged in a manner that is defined by the file system. So in Linux, we also require the file system. File system, storage and block devices. So there are two types of file system. It can be a low level formatting, it can be a high level formatting. So we use the high level formatting. In high level formatting, we define the file system. So every partition should be formatted with a file system. If we want to create a partition, the partition should be formatted through a file system. And after the defining the file system, we should also mount. Without mounting, we can't use. So we have a hard disk. So we create a partition. The partition should be formatted and it will be mounted on any particular empty directory. So this is the procedure to use a storage. Storage is also called the block devices. In Linux, it's called block device. In Windows, we call only just hard disk. In Linux, we call block device. So we can check by using, we have a command blk. Blk means block device. Blk, we use ls. So it's a command ls blk. How many hard disks we have? We have only one hard disk. In this hard disk, we have SDA1, SDA2, SDA3, SDA4. So these are the partitions. We can check. In Windows, we can check. Just go to the partition. We can check. So these are the partitions. In Windows, we can check this. This is a graphical mode. But in Windows, we can check like this. So we can check this by using the ls. Ls means list. What type of listing? We want block devices. So all the block devices. So this is the mount point. This is the mount point boot. This is the mount point swap. This is the mount point slash. And this is my CD-ROM. This is my CD-ROM. This mountain /run media root RHEL7. So this is the mount point of my CD-ROM. This is my CD-ROM. What is the size of the CD-ROM? 6.6 GB. This is the RHL media. RHL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux DVD. The size of this DVD is 6.6. So this is my DVD. So we can check all the block devices by using this particular command, lsblk. And by this particular command, we check all the file systems. It also displays the CD-ROM. This is the file system of the CD-ROM. ISO 9600. This is the file system for the CD-ROM. Okay. Now, so there are many types of hard disk. It can be a SATA, PATA, SAS, SCSI, USB. So lot types hard disk. So it can be your SATA, it can be your virtual hard disk, it can be your SSD. SSD, solid state drive. It can be your SD card, MMC card, eMMC card. So these are the types. If we have SATA hard disk, the name of the SATA is SDA. Suppose I will show you this like this particular manner. Suppose we have a hard disk, we have a SATA hard disk, and we want to create the partition. The partition name is SDA. The file name is SDA, and is this particular hard disk we want to create a partition. The partition name is SDA1. This is your first partition, and you want to create another partition. The name of the another partition is SDA2. So just like way it will create SDA, SDB. Suppose we have another hard disk. Another hard disk name is SDB. This is your another hard disk name. And in this hard disk, we want to create a partition. SDB1. This is your first partition. SDB2. This is your second partition. So just like way, we can create the partition. So we can create partition in SDA hard disk, SDB hard disk. Suppose we have a virtual hard disk. We have a virtual hard disk. Virtual hard disk. And in this hard disk, we want to create a partition. So the name of the hard disk is VDA. VDA means virtual device. A means first, B means another hard disk, C means another hard disk. So we can use the numbers VDA, VDB, and VDC. So these are the name of the hard disk, and we want to create partition in this. Suppose we have a hard disk, the hard disk name is VDA, and we want to create partition in this. VDA1, this is your first partition. VDA2, this is your second partition. So just like way we can create the partition. So these are the pattern, device naming pattern. So this is my hard disk name. This is also my hard disk name. This is also my hard disk name. In this hard disk, we want to create a partition. This is your first partition, second partition, just like that. As I have told you, SDA1, SDA2, SDA3, SDA4. So these are the name of the partitions. And how many size in this partition? It has 1 GB partition, it has 2 GB partition, it is 40 GB partition. It's a extended partition. It's only a 1 KB. In this extended partition, we can create the logical drives. Okay. So I will move to another option, that is disk partition. Have you knowledge how many partitions we can create in a hard disk? Suppose we have a hard disk, one hard disk name is HDD. We have a hard disk, and in this hard disk we want to create a partition. How many partition we can create?
4.
Hello, we have a hard disk.
Yeah.
In this hard disk we want to create a partition, and how many partition we can create a hard disk? How many partition?
Like 4 partition.
Only 4.
Oh,
We can create only 4 partitions.
Also. No, 8 also.
8, 4, 4.
I say 8 partition also we can create.
Only 8 partition.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will tell you. Suppose we have a hard disk. If this hard disk is formatted through MBR, this is the partition style MBR.
Yeah.
It can on only 4 partitions. If we have a hard disk, this is formatted through MBR, master boot record. It can only have 4 partitions. Suppose we have a hard disk that is formatted through GPT. There are 2 types of partition style. It can be your MBR and it can be your GPT. Suppose we have a partition that is formatted through GPT. We can create 128 partition. A hard disk that is formatted through MBR, it can be a 4 partition. If a hard disk that is formatted through GPT, it can be 128 partition. So it can have 4 partition and it can have partition, Partition. Okay, so I will show you this. So mostly the hard disk is formatted through MBR. If we change, then we can create these partitions. So these are the partition information. Suppose we have another option. If we format a partition, format a hard disk by using the MBR, we can create 4 partition, but these 4 partition can be a primary, it can be your extended, or it can be logical drive. It's called drive, logical drive, EXTEN. It's called. So these 4 partition can be a primary, extended, or logical. So we can divide these 4 these. Suppose we want to create a partition. If we create 4 primary partition, so there is no extended partition will be created and no logical drive. If we create 4 primary partition, there is no extended and there is no logical. So this is not a good method. So if we want to create a partition, so create 3 primary. So this is the good method. Create 3 primary partition and 1 extended. Create 1 extended partition. And this, in this particular extended partition, we can create 11 logical drive. This is a good method. So we can create total, how many partition these are? These can be a 15 partition. So this is a good concept to create the partition. So in MBR, the scheme is only you can create 4 partition. But for the utilization, we use 3 partition primary and 1 is extended partition. So this scheme will be fulfilled 3 and 1. It will a 4. And in this extended partition, there is a mechanism. In extended partition, we can create 11 logical drives. So we can create 11 logical drives. So it will be a 15. 11 and 3, 14 and 1, 15. So this is a good mechanism. But in GPT, these are 128 partition. These can only be a primary. These not have any extended, these not have any logical drive concept. So this uses only a primary concept and this uses these types of concept. So I think you have understand what I am saying. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Have you understand this particular mechanism?
Yes.
What I am saying?
Yeah.
So in MBR, we can create only 4 partition and we want to utilize more than 4 partition. We can create 3 primary and 1 extended. In this extended partition, we can create 11 logical partition. So this is the mechanism to create the partition. I will show you this by when we create the partition. I will show you this. So only the 4 partition. In this partition, we can create 1 extended and 11 logical drive. So in this, we can check. No, it not so. I will show you this in ACID 2 particular book. Not in this book. It has the knowledge about these. Okay. No. Next, I will discuss about the logical. So this is the information about the partition. So now my next topic is logical volume. So what is logical volume? Logical volume is another way of organizing disk. and partition with a logical volume manager. So this is the utility that's called LVM. It's called AppDisk, FDISK. It's called AppDisk concept. In this, we can create these types of concept, and this is another mechanism. In this, we can create a partition that's called a logical volume. In this, we can create the partition, it's called partition, only the partition. So in this LVM, when we want to create partition, we can use more than one disk. Suppose we have a hard disk. I will show you one. We have a hard disk one, HDD1. We have another hard disk, HDD2, and we have another hard disk, HDD3. Suppose we want to combine these hard disks, and we want to combine these hard disks. So what I will do, we can't use AppDisk concept. We want to combine these, and the size will be, suppose this is 1 TB hard disk, this is 1 TB hard disk, this is 1 TB. So it's all 3 TB hard disk. Okay, we can add another hard disk, HDD4 and plus HDD5, suppose like this, HDD5. So it's a 5 TB hard disk, 5 TB hard disk. But we know that MBR only support 2 TB partition. It support only 2 TB partition, only 2 TB. If a hard disk is 2 TB, then we can create the partition. If we have the size more than 2 TB, we can't use more than 2 TB. But in this method, we want to use this 5 TB. So this particular mechanism can't be used, this method. So we can use this particular method. In this, we can use more than one hard disk at a time. We can combine the hard disk and we can use the space of the hard disk. Suppose this hard disk have the space, suppose 2 GB space, it has 4 GB space, it has 5 GB space. So we can combine all the partitions and convert this a pool. So in this mechanism, we use the storage pool by combining one or more block devices. In this mechanism, we use the aggregation. So it's called aggregation. Aggregation means, what is the meaning of aggregation? Aggregation means kya? What? Combined. So we can combine the hard disk. So we can aggregate these hard disks and we can create a pool. In this pool has a name. It's called volume group. The name of the pool is volume group. In volume group, we can create the logical volume. So this is the concept to create this. Suppose we have a hard disk. So first we create this hard disk as a physical volume, as a physical volume. This physical volume will be converted. So just take a hard disk and convert this hard disk as a physical volume and add this physical volume in volume group. So this is the mechanism, volume group. And then in this volume group, we can create the logical volume. Logical volume. So we have hard disk. In this hard disk, create a partition. We can call create a partition. PARTIE, partition. We can also create the partition or use whole hard disk as a physical volume. Then add this physical volume in a volume group. This volume group called storage pool. In this storage pool, we can create the partition. That partition is called logical volume. So physical hard disk, then create the partition, then convert this partition as a physical volume, then add this physical volume in a storage pool that's called volume group, and From this volume, from this pool, create a partition. So this is the mechanism that I will discuss in essay 2 book. So this is the part of essay 2, but in this just a small information. So in this particular mechanism, what I will do, we can use more than one hard disk at a time, and we can combine these hard disk and create a pool. In this pool, we can create a logical volume group after then logical volume. So this is the concept. So LBM assign name, it's called volume group and logical volume. Another form of logical volume device, it is mounted in DAB mapper. This is the location where all the logical volume is mounted. So this is the concept. It's called symbolic link. This is a symbolic link. I will show you this. But at this time we have no partition. Chalo, no issue. We have another concept, that is DF. DF means disk from. DS means disk from. To get an overview of local and remote file system, what command we will use? To know the information about the file system. This file system can be a local and this file system can be a remotely. And we want to get the information about this. So which command will be used? DF command is used. By this command, we can use how much space it have. To check the available space of any particular partition, the partition can be a local, the partition can be a remotely. We can use the disk space utilization, how much space it has free. So we can use percentage of the local. So we can use this particular partition. So this is the command that is to check the file system information, about the file system information, like this. So this is the command that I have told you. And this is the DU command. What is the use of DU command? It used to check the detailed information. For what? About space. For any particular directory, how much space we have, we can use DU command. For individual file, individual folders, we can check by using this particular command. Okay. And by using this H option, we can use human readable. So DU, this is a command. This command is used for what? To show the size of all files. Current directory, we can check like this. I will show you. So these two commands are used in this. We can use DF command, we can use DU command, both. So DU, to check the space, DU / USR share. So it will check all the file size, how much size it uses in a, what is the size of this particular file, size of particular folder. We can use DU command. So it has the size, but this size is not understandable. How much the size? So convert this particular, this shows in a byte format. First convert this in KB, then convert in MB. So it is 1.5 GB, but we don't understand it is the size. The size is in human readable formats. So we want the size in human readable formats. So we can check. So how much size is? It's called 1.5 GB. So we want to check the size in a human readable formats, just like MB, KB. This is the size of this particular file. This is the size of this particular file. So how much the total size we can use? Yes. Suppose we have a file. The file name is /etc It just a pass WD. What is the size of? It has only 4 byte file, only 4 byte. So we can check every particular file folder size will be checked by using this particular command. Suppose you have another file. Okay. Dev sr0. No, it's not a size. It's a file system. It's not a folder. So like this, we can check share USR share. We can check the size. This. So this command, this is the use of this particular command. So in this chapter, I will tell you about these options. So I will discuss from here. Storage management concept. In this, we will discuss about the file system. What is file system? What is the mount point? So this is only the theoretical options, not a practical part. But this practical part can be covered in Essay 2 book. So this is the party information, how many partition we can create. This is about the logical volume. What is the concept of logical volume? And this is the df command, and this is a du command. These all the rest topics that I will discuss you. In this, I will show you a one demo option, one practical part. So suppose this is a command fdisk. This command is used to create the partition. Fdisk means fixed disk. -l, we can check. So in this particular system, we have only one hard disk. That is a 1 TB hard disk. That is a 1 TB of hard disk. This is 1 GB space. This is a 2 GB space. This is a 50 GB space. And we have rest. All the rest is 947. All the rest part is 947. And we want to create the partition in this particular hard disk. What I will do? So go to this particular drive /dev SDA. The hard disk name is SDA. This is your hard disk. It's your SATA hard disk. That is a 1 TB of hard disk. SDA. And we want to create the partition in this. So this is a utility. What is fdisk? Fdisk is a util. Util means utility that is used in Linux operating systems. All the Linux operating system. It can be your CentOS, Fedora, Ubuntu, Kali Linux, etc. It can be anything. So use P for print. Suppose we don't have any knowledge about what command we will use. We can check by using the M command. Suppose we type M. So it will give me the information all. So I have discussed you just MBR. So my disk is formatted through MBR, master boot record. So we can use these options, these all options. We want to create the partition, we can use N option. We want to delete the partition, we can use D option. So P means, what is the option of P? P. There is no P option. This is P option. Print the partition table. So we can check. We have 1, 2, 3 partition. And this partition, I want to delete this particular partition. Suppose we use D. So this partition will be deleted. So we can check. So now we have only 3 partition. In this partition, we have installed the OS. So it's called star. Star means bootable partition. In this, we have installed the OS information /boot. So this is all the operating system installed in this particular partition. And we want to create a partition. What we will use? N. N used to create the partition. Now you can check. We have only 3 primary. At this time, this is a primary partition. This is a primary partition. This is a primary partition. As I have told you earlier. Okay. Now, how many extended partition we have? 0 extended. It means now at this time we have no extended. We have 1 free partition. We can give this to primary also. and we can this particular space to extended also. Suppose we create a primary partition, there is a no option to create extended, just like that. Suppose in this by default it show me what is so, it tell me about create a extended partition. What is extended partition? It just like a container where you can create how many logicals? 11. In this particular container you can create 11 logical partition. Suppose we don't want to create extended, so we can also create primary also. Suppose we can type P for primary. So in this assign the space, so give a space, not this, in this give the size, plus sign, use, it can be a KB, MB, GB, TB, PB format. So give plus sign, give 1 GB. Now you can check, we have 3 primary partitions. Now we can't create, we have more space, we have space but we can't create like this. So what it is show me, to create more partition, first replace a primary with extended partition, because you can create only 4 partition. Now it is understandable for you? Hello, there is any doubt in this? Hello?
Yes, hello. No, there is no doubt.
Okay. So if you want to create more partition, what you will do? First delete this partition. What I will do? First delete this partition and make it extended. After extended, you can create 11 logical drives as I have told you. So use this as a extended, then create logical drive. So I will delete this partition. So this is your 4 number of partition. Only give 4. 4 means this partition. Now you can create partition type N. What type of partition you want to create? If you create primary, you are unable to create another partition. So you can create only 4. We have only one free space. One partition information space free. Because MBR support only 4 partition. So give E. In E, give all space. All the space. So now you have 947 GB space free. In this, we can create 11 logical drives. In this, how many partitions we can create? 11. Because it support 11 logical drives. Now again N. So it will show me, this is your 4th number of partition and this is your 5th number of partition. So we can give the space. Give size, it's a 100 GB. So we can give. Okay. We do a mistake. So delete this particular partition. Again check. Okay, now give an first partition, give a space 100G. It's a 100 GB of partition. So your 100 GB partition will be created. So you can check by P option. So this is your 100 GB partition. This partition can't be used because extended partition just like a boundary. It's a boundary of 947 GB. In this boundary, we use 100 GB. So in this particular extended, just like a container, it's called a container. As I have told you, it's just like a container, just like a container. In this container, how many logical drive we will create? We can create 11 logical partition in this container. So total partition will be created 15. In MBR, just create 4 partition. So 4 can be a 15. So we want to save this information. Just W. After creating the partition, so what is the standard? Just first create the partition, create partition. TION partition. Then update the partition table. TION partition table. So first update the partition table, then format this partition. Format this partition. After formatting, mount this partition. Mount this on EMPTY, empty folder. Then we can use this space. We can use. So this is the standard. We use this particular, then update the partition table. Which command we will use? We can use part pro. This is the partition to update the partition table. So which is the partition? /SDA. The partition is in SDA. So partition will be updated. After then, what we will use? Format the partition. This is the command to format the partition. mkfs dot. What file system you want to use? These are the file system. We use this latest file system. Then use XFS. Then give the partition name /dev SDA. What is my partition? This is my partition. SDA 5 that I have created. So your partition will be formatted through which particular file system? This particular file system. So this is the command to format the file. Format the partition. So now you have completed these options. Then what is the last option? Mount. We want to use this, so we should mount this particular partition to any empty folder. So create a folder /PRT part 5. It's called partition 5. Then mount this. What is the command? Mount /dev SDA 5. This is your partition, and this partition will be mounted on which particular folder? This particular folder. So give this particular command. This is your partition name and this is your mount point. So this is your mount point. So now you can check df-ht. So this partition will be created. You can check. This is your file system. This is your 100 GB, 747 M, 100 GB, 1% partition. And you can store the data in this /part 5. So you can store mkdir file 1 touch file 11. So now you can check this graphical also. Hello? 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 In this, you can check. These are two files. This is your file and this is your folder. These are stored in this particular. We can check the space also. How much space it have? It have 100 GB of space. It has 100 GB of space. Hello? Landry? Okay. Now in this we can check how much space it has. It has 53 GB of space. What? In this particular, so every partition is mounted in this particular on any folder. So this folder has 100 GB space and these all rest has how much space? 49 GB of space, free space. We all have a space in /partition. This is your /partition. In this partition we have how much space free? 49. But in this particular partition, how much space we have? We have this 100 GB space. So we can mount any particular partition. This is my partition name. This partition will be mounted on this particular folder. So in this, there is no drive concept. In this, we can use mount concept. So we can mount any partition on any particular folder. So this space will be allocated in this particular folder. Okay. So now you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, please tell me. Okay. So now I will end the session.